And again, there's your tornado warning. I'm just turning things off and on. Man, you do not see stuff like this, folks. You need to be hunkered down. This is some serious business. Guaranteed tornado on the ground, heading right towards Jasper, Texas. The hook with this supercell, again, you just don't see this in Southeast Texas.
You don't, and it's particularly dangerous, particularly concerning. Again, I want you folks to know that Patrick doesn't use these words lightly. We would not be on the air on both our ABC and NBC channels right now if this were not a serious situation. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
New tornado warning just coming down. Let me back out. Okay, they've extended it to 7:30. That would include Newton and near Burkeville, and along Highway 63 out towards Farsville, Jamestown. This is just the signatures on this. You do not see stuff like this very often at all. This is extremely rare. I've been studying weather in this area for 20 to 25 years since I was a kid, and you just don't see the hooks like this in Southeast Texas. Again, I've said this one other time. If I didn't know any better, I'd say this is something we would be seeing up into North Texas or Oklahoma to see this type of an impressive hook echo. Again, this is an extremely dangerous situation. Confirmed tornado. We're talking winds in excess of 100, maybe 120 miles an hour with this particular tornadic thunderstorm.
Patrick, I'll let you get some of the latest data. I know you like to switch over to the away from the reflectivity mode, which is what we're looking at right there, and you look at velocities, and there you go, the green and the red. Explain to folks what that is just west of Jasper.
Okay, the red is moving away from the radar site. The radar site is southeast of Jasper, and these greens and blues are towards the radar site. So what you can infer is that there is counterclockwise rotation associated with this tornado just to the northwest of Jasper. Again, this is a confirmed tornado. I'm just getting new data coming in. This will continue till 7:30 now. Yeah, confirmed tornado, just getting ready to move on into Jasper. Oh, a tornado. This has been a tornado emergency now. This is a tornado emergency for Jasper.
Oh, my goodness.
Confirmed tornado. Top of the scale. It doesn't get any worse.
This is not something we hear in our area.
No, you don't.
A tornado emergency.
Let me get this on social for Jasper.
Patrick, I'll talk right now to give you just a second. We've been using the words particularly dangerous. Now the National Weather Service has formally issued a tornado emergency for Jasper and points to the east. Folks, you've got to take this seriously. Get a hold of your loved ones. Get them away from windows. Get them to the interior rooms. You know, you pull a mattress, pillows, couch cushions, anything you got, put it over you. Get in your bathtub. Get an interior room. We are on the air right now because of a very, very dangerous situation, a confirmed tornado. The National Weather Service calling this a tornado emergency. We're not trying to scare you. We're trying to save lives. And I mean that from every ounce of my being, because Patrick doesn't see this often in Southeast Texas. We just don't have this here. So this is a single lone tornadic supercell thunderstorm that's closing in, perhaps moving across Jasper right now. There's the latest radar image. Crossing Highway 96, I would say at this point. Patrick's going to give us a better storm track. But folks, if you're to the east of this, you need to get a hold of your loved ones and tell them to take this storm seriously. This tornado warning has now been extended until 7:30. Patrick, you go when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get this on social media right now so everybody...
Yep. We need them. We need folks to share that. We need folks to let their loved ones know. If you're in this part, again, this is all north of the triangle. Nothing in Jefferson, Hardin or Orange counties at this point. This is to our north, a tornado-warned storm moving across Jasper. The National Weather Service being very specific, issuing a tornado emergency. I'm going to read from their bulletin that just came in just seconds ago. If you've got our 12 News Now app, you can read along. A tornado warning, tornado emergency in effect for the city of Jasper, Texas. Because of this dangerous supercell thunderstorm producing a large destructive tornado. This is, Patrick, it says being observed near Jasper, so there's obviously got to be some ground truth to this. Again, a deadly tornado, that is what the National Weather Service is calling this. So please, please, please get in touch with your loved ones and let them know about how hazardous and how particularly dangerous this is.
Yeah, the other thing, Jordan, is that the confirmation of this is you just look at the signature. This is this is what we always, when I go to schools and talk to kids, this is what you look for. You look for these lone thunderstorms, not so much along lines of like a frontal boundary. You look for these isolated, what we call discrete cells. This is a classic textbook setup for a tornadic thunderstorm now moving into sections of Jasper. Really, it's a tornado emergency now for the city of Jasper as this is coming on into the city. Just bad situation right now. Again, if you're watching us, you need to be on the lowest floor of your house, the most interior, what am I trying to say? The most interior room of your house, maybe the smaller the better, like a closet or a bathroom. And you may want to take and put something on you to protect you from flying debris. Stay away from windows and glass at all possible situations like that. Let me go back to, just going right over Jasper. Right over Jasper.
Oh my gosh, we hate to see that. We hate to see that, folks. I know some of you in the Triangle are wondering why on earth we're on TV right now, and that is because, again, this is a particularly dangerous situation. Lives
tornado emergency
could very well be on the line with this large tornado. Yeah, it's a tornado emergency for the city of Jasper with this large storm. Patrick, do you mind switching over to the radar? Because I know folks are used to seeing that now that we know there's a tornado at this point. And can you track it for us? I know we need to let our friends know here across Jasper. And now this includes what, part of Newton County as well?
Yeah, it does. So again, let's take it. It's now speeding up to 45. So it looks like it's in this general area. Let me look at one thing real quick, Jordan. Let me go back and look at one scan. And let's see. I'm looking at different information. Okay, I don't see a debris ball, but okay, it's moving 45 miles an hour off towards the east. So that would take it through Jasper.
Racing to the east at 45, yeah.
Jamestown at 7:31, Farsville at 7:33, and Shankleville at 7:41 p.m. This is a dangerous, particularly dangerous situation. Again, a tornado emergency for the city of Jasper right now. It's moving east at 45 miles an hour, a confirmed large destructive tornado on the ground.
Patrick talked about some of the precautions that you can take. We'll run through those again right now. It's about finding an interior room away from windows. It's about protecting you and your loved ones. If you've got a small mattress, a mattress that you can get, maybe you can get into a bathtub, get into a closet. Again, you want to avoid glass, so if you end up in a bathroom, you do need to cover yourself. Think about mirrors and that sort of thing. This storm racing to the east at 45 miles an hour. This is a large confirmed tornado. The National Weather Service rarely issues these tornado emergencies, and that is what is in effect right now for the city of Jasper as this storm races east. Patrick, you're looking now at how tall this storm is. It's a monster.
That's exactly right. It's going to be well above 35,000 feet. Just looking at how tall it is. We got new information coming out here in just a second. Let me get to that. Yep. Sorry. Just trying to get the information to you. 50,000 foot tops. Yep.
It's okay. Yeah, it's quite okay. I really appreciate you getting that information shared with our viewers. Patrick's working from home, as am I, but we've got a crew headed into this, or at least tracking the aftermath of this. If you have loved ones in the path of this storm, please reach out to them and let them know how serious of a situation this is. Our 12 news storm trackers tracking this tornado-warned storm. Tornado on the ground, likely has just moved or is moving through the city of Jasper right now. Again, it's defined as a tornado emergency. This is what potentially may end up being a long track tornado, Patrick. We've heard reports from damage as far back to the west as Livingston in Polk County. It was tornado warned as it moved across Chester in Tyler County, Culmanile just north of Woodville there, and now bearing down on folks in Jasper County.
Yeah, it looks like it's going right over the city of Jasper. Right over Jasper. See that?
Yeah, I do. So that if folks at home, Patrick, I know you're not in front of a green screen and you can't point for us, but maybe circle, if you can, on the radar there exactly where you think the tornado would be. Is it right over Jasper, or is it just north?
No, I think it's right over Jasper. This is the inflow into it. The inflow notch.
Right.
So yeah, I think it's right over Jasper. Sorry, I have to look at
again. You've switched back over to reflectivity.
Yeah, this is Doppler velocity. All right, let me go back to reflectivity, and you'll see. There it is right there. And these are different. I'm looking at different scans, different things that tell me different information. Yep. Looks like it may be over Jasper or just east of Jasper right now. All right, let me go back to this and put a new track on it. Again, this is a supercell thunderstorm.
Well, Patrick does that.
This is what we call discrete or by itself.
That, yeah.
So this is going to be, as
Patrick,
you were mentioning,
I want to update folks.
Track.
We're getting some new information.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to update folks again, getting some new information about this, the tornado emergency continuing, not just for Jasper now. We've got the tornado warning now for northwestern Newton County there. Again, this is, at the moment, Newton is included, but we hope that this doesn't hit two of our beloved East Texas cities, because this is a particularly bad scenario. We hope always that this stays out in rural areas, but it doesn't look like that's what's happening right now.
No, so many times it bypasses our area, but not this time. Unfortunately, it looks like Jasper's going to be take a direct hit from this. Again, this is, if you're just joining us, this is a life-threatening situation. This is a dangerous, particularly dangerous situation if you're joining us. It looks like it's just moved past Jasper, moving to the east at about 40, 45 miles an hour. Let me get back to 40. Put a new track on this. And so heads up if you're watching from Burkeville, northern section. It may just go north of Newton. Let's see, that would put it near Jamestown at 733. We're at 721 now, 745 by Weirgate, and just north of Newton, just a few miles north of Newton. But heads up, you're under a tornado warning. It may go just north of Newton. Again, a tornado emergency in effect for
All right, Patrick,
the city
with that
of
information.
Jasper.
Again, folks, you need to move to an interior room. We're not going to give the all clear yet in Jasper because of how large this supercell is. If you've got loved ones there, do your best to reach out to them and make sure they're okay. We actually have one of, many of us at 12 News working remotely, all of us at this point. And I will tell you, we have one of our producers who lives in the Newton area. And Patrick, she is wisely seeking shelter right now.
Oh, no doubt. I think it may be a little premature, but right now, if it continues on this track and doesn't move east-southeast, then I think Newton is okay at this point. But again, that may be premature on my part. Let's wait a few more minutes. But we think that it is right in, that's the highest reflectivity right there that's being highlighted. But again, just east of Jasper, maybe, let's give you a track. Just to the east, just east of Jasper, moving on off towards the east at 45 miles an hour.
Okay, Patrick, we'll let you regroup again to remind folks this storm moving rapidly. We're not gonna lift the tornado emergency yet for the city of Jasper. Technically continues until 7:30, but it looks like the worst of the rotation would now be east of town, and that is why they've continued the tornado warning for Newton County as well. We are thinking of all of our friends and loved ones in this area who very well may be in the path of this storm. Too early for me to talk about damage just yet. But again, this may very well end up being a quote-unquote long-track tornado that's been on the ground for a while, since the Livingston area, and then through Polk County, then through Tyler County and Jasper County as well. And again, it appears that certainly parts of Jasper, if this thing stayed as strong as the radar indicates, may have taken a direct hit. So we very well may be dealing with damage in those areas.
That's right. Again, I'm looking at the velocities, the Doppler velocities, and this is at, let's see, I'm taking it from Fort Polk radar because they're closer to the lakes area. So let's see, it is roughly 58 miles from the radar site. Now, this is at 4,000 feet. We're getting wind speeds associated with this rotation. And I've turned this off, the warning, but let's just go through and cycle through some of these wind speeds. 70, 56. Sorry for the lag, folks. This is going over the internet connection. 50 to 70 miles an hour, okay? So let me put this back, the warning back on. If you're just joining us, a tornado warning in effect for northern Jasper County and Newton County is this tornadic thunderstorm. Let me turn it off once again. I'm looking at these velocities are just in 70, 74, 75 miles an hour. This is 80 miles an hour. Definite tornado. 80.
Patrick,
you just don't see
as
this.
You track that, I want to let folks know if they are. We don't in this part of the state. Folks, if you've got loved ones who are already in a safe spot, maybe the storm has passed them. I'm talking to people, say, in Tyler County. If you have storm damage or have photos, videos that you can safely send us, again, I do not want you getting out of your safe spot in your house if you are in the path of the storm. Folks, you can text photos or videos of the storm 409-838-1212. We'll be monitoring those. 409-838-1212. I need you to text those. Do not call. Our phones are inundated right now, but we can take your text. Again, we are on the air right now, a particularly dangerous situation. We had a tornado emergency for the city of Jasper. A very dangerous situation, and I'm particularly concerned, Patrick, as we start getting some more information about how significant the damage is, because according to the radar, it looked like this thing went right through the middle of town.
Yeah, I'm looking at some other information here, and it looks like it's just along Highway 63. Let me see if I can draw this a little bit better for you. Extend this out a little bit. Again, we think that it is in this general vicinity right here, between 63 and 190. And it is moving to the east at 40 miles an hour. They're going to have to extend this tornado warning. This is coming out very shortly. This will be extended, I believe. Let's see, this is until 7:30. Okay, so we're coming up on 7:26. This will likely be extended as this radar signature has not weakened. So heads up, Jamestown, Farsville, Burkeville. That's what we're looking at right now. Again, moving to the east. See if this has changed at 40 miles an hour still. Okay, so I can still use this. I'm going to use this right here, 40 miles an hour. So let me do this. Okay, that doesn't show any towns. Let's do it again a different way. So if you're right in this vicinity, right there, very close to Jamesville. Let's see, Shankleville at 7:43. I don't think I've ever. Okay, there you go. There's your new tornado warning. And Burkeville at 7:47. They have to, because this thing is not weakening, and they've just extended this to include Burkeville. And this is just coming on in. Let's see, 7:30. That's probably until 7:45 is what this is going to be extended to. Let's see. No, to 8 o'clock. Okay, so they're now going to 8 o'clock. Heads up, this is moving out of Jasper County and heading on off towards the east, towards Burkeville. It looks like it'll miss Newton and head towards 87, just crossing the state line, or the county line of Jasper and Newton County at the present time. Again. Let's see, what is the latest on this? This is 30 minutes that this is in effect for. This is a particularly dangerous situation. And again, you want to get away from glass, out of mobile homes. If you live in a mobile home, go to the nearest substantial shelter. If you are southwest of Burkeville, in around Burkeville, around Newton, you want to get into a substantial a shelter, protect you from flying debris. Again, this is an extremely dangerous situation. You do not see things like this in southeast Texas. Let me go back to velocity, because that's going to tell me this not much has changed. Continues. It is a very healthy rotation. Now this is just another scan, but again, it shows it right in this area, right as where I expect it to be, between 63 and 190. That's where it is.
All right, again, folks, as you watch Patrick track this very dangerous storm,
Jordan,
what do we got here?
It looks like a debris ball. Do you see that right there?
Just north of Jamestown?
Do you see that? That may be debris being lofted up.
The change in color is significant.
Sky. Yeah, this is serious business. That may be debris lofted up into the sky that the radar is picking up. We're talking,
Patrick's throwing out terminology that we hear in the plains. We hear this in Oklahoma. This is a very, very dangerous situation because of the storm and because of a potential long track tornado. We had the National Weather Service issue that tornado emergency for the city of Jasper earlier, and that doesn't happen often, right, Patrick?
No, you don't see that here. This is because this is a supercell, and we don't see supercells of this magnitude. I can't remember last time we've seen something like this. I'm just looking at some different sources of information, but again, sorry, my attention is diverted, and let's see. I'm looking for Core 8. There we go. Very impressive. Very impressive. Again, there you go, a debris ball. What this means is that the radar is seeing things being thrown up in the sky. We're talking trees or pieces of houses or mobile homes or fences. The debris ball is just northwest of Jamestown, a confirmed tornado. This is a life-threatening situation. If you are in Jamestown, maybe over towards Shankleville, you need to take this very, very seriously. This is a life and death situation as this continues to move off to the east at 40 miles an hour. That's where it is.
Patrick,
right
I've
there.
got new information from Jasper County Sheriff Mitchell Newman. Jasper County Sheriff Mitchell Newman telling 12 News the sheriff's office has lost power. This was 2 minutes ago. He told us there are no reports of blocked roads received by dispatchers. He said the only damage that he had personally seen was some tin that had come off people's sheds. We certainly hope that that is the worst of it. 409-838-1212, folks, that is a number that you can text. I want to reiterate, text. Our phone lines are ringing off the wall there at the station, but you can text us storm photos or video if the storm has already passed you. We don't want you putting you or any of your family in harm's way. So again, if the storm has passed you and you've got video or photos that you can safely share, 409-838-1212. That is the number to do that. Again, a very dangerous situation. Patrick, this is likely still a large tornado rolling into Newton County, right?
It's exactly right. You just don't see things like this very often. Yeah, this went from Seven Oaks over into Polk County, right across Tyler County, and now moving on into northern sections of Newton County right now, out of Jasper County.
Right now, we are streaming as well. We're on KBMT ABC, KJAC NBC. We're streaming on our 12 News Now app. If you've got someone who's in their storm shelter, they can continue to watch Patrick's coverage. We want you and your family to be safe. If you've got friends in Newton County, let them know we're also streaming on Facebook, and you can share our stream there with anyone who needs to see this. This is a potentially life-threatening situation. Our prayers and thoughts are with everyone in the path of this, because we don't have to deal with this often. You know, we occasionally get tornado warnings here, but this is not one of those occasional tornado warnings. This is a particularly dangerous scenario, an emergency. We had a tornado emergency for the city of Jasper. Again, we were just getting that information from Jasper County Sheriff Mitchell Newman telling us the power is out. Patrick, I'm also getting new information from our newsroom that there is significant damage back to the west in Polk County, and that would really jive with this being a long track tornado that's been on the ground since Livingston, from what we can tell.
That's exactly right. And really from around Seven Oaks in that area, that's where Jordan, you don't see very. I'm a loss for words right now from what I'm seeing right now. This is a debris ball, things being lofted up in the air just to the northeast of Jamestown, and I'm showing this to show you where I think it really is. It's in this little ball right here. What is happening is debris is being lofted up in the sky. We're talking trees, fences, houses, whatever else could be picked up by a tornado, and that is just to the north and east of Jamestown. What is that? Let me get my ruler. Let's see, Jamestown, 2 miles northeast of Jamestown. Let's see, and looks like this will go north of Newton at about 6 miles away. Heads up towards Shankleville. This is, let's see, just getting the new warning in. This has now been extended again, I believe, or new information. Tornado warning until 8 p.m. for northwestern Newton County and eastern okay. A confirmed tornado, confirmed large dangerous tornado. Yep.
Our newsroom's getting flooded with, thank you folks for sending in images. Patrick, we're getting some images in. We're going to be trying to get those on the air here in the next couple of minutes of trees uprooted, trailers destroyed, power lines down, again in Polk County. Sounds like on Alaska, there on the lake, was hit particularly hard.
Right. That's it. It went right over that. In fact, I saved some radar images for my collection that we're watching right now. Jamestown, just Jabribo, just to the northeast of James. I'm writing this as I'm speaking. Jamestown, moving east at 40 miles an hour.
Patrick, while you do that, some new information. We just got off the phone. With Billy Ted Smith, who is Jasper County's emergency management coordinator. He said they have reports of damaged trees. Crews are out right now assessing the damage. He's not heard back yet, so we're going to be following up with him. We've also got 12 News reporter Tyler Sagerman headed, as I understand it, to the Jasper area to try to get a sense of this. But this is one of those scenarios where we have to continue to track the damage, but we also have to continue to track this tornado that is, by all accounts, still on the ground now in Newton County. We hear that Patrick used the term long track tornado. This has been on the ground since the Livingston area, on Alaska, out there in Polk County, came into Tyler County, Chester, Colemanville, went through your areas, Jasper County, and we hope it didn't do too much damage in the city of Jasper. We've not heard any official reports, but again, radar had this thing going right across 96 there, and then coming into Newton County. We've been on the air nonstop for the past 45 minutes here as we keep you updated. I do want to remind you, if the storm has already passed you and you are in a safe area, you can send us your photos and your videos directly to our newsroom. You can text them. We know you've got them on your phone, 409-838-1212. Again, 409-838-1212. We need you to text them. Our phone lines are inundated. You'll get through faster via text. That is really the safest way for you to send them to us. Again, if you've got loved ones in the path of this storm, Patrick's been, he's got the radar turned on to what he calls velocity, right? And that gives us the direction of the winds to and from the radar site. And I know he's putting out some new information right now on our Facebook page. We want our loved ones, we want your loved ones, your family and friends to understand what's happening. He just switched it back to us there and is zooming in, and you still see this is on the southwest edge of this large supercell. And where you get that hook, right there, that is likely where the tornado is. So this is at the moment a couple of miles southwest, Patrick, of Burkeville. But if you've got loved ones in Burkeville, they need to be in their safe spot. You know, we don't typically have tornado shelters or basements in this part of the world. We typically don't have tornadoes like this in this part of Texas. But this is a dangerous situation. Tell them to get to an interior room. Cover themselves, get away from any glass that's going to be flying, maybe a bathtub with a mattress over you or some couch cushions, something to protect yourself, because this could be a life or death scenario.
That's exactly right. You want to put as many walls between you and the tornado as possible. Again, if you're in a mobile home, get out of it, and especially if you're near Burkeville. And also near, it's past Jamestown. It's now looking like it's just going to miss Burkeville. It's going to be close, Burkeville. Shankleville, that's where I meant to say. It's going to be very close to you. Let me get some more information on
Some of your storm photos are coming in. This is one that we just got taken earlier. Jasper County off 190 and 777. We talked earlier about, and especially as we've got nighttime setting in, Patrick, there's a strong possibility that folks may not be able to see this tornado, depending on where the moisture is, where the inflow is, right? The tornado may be hidden by rain.
Yeah, if you're in Burkeville, you won't be able to see it. Let me zoom out a little bit, because it's hidden by rain off to your southwest, but if you're to the east of it, you'll be able to see it. Unfortunately, you don't want to be outside. You should be taking cover immediately if you're along Highway 87 near Shankleville, as this continues to move off towards the east. This is going to go on in. I expect this warning to be extended on into Vernon Parish here as it crosses the state line. But this is This is almost a classic textbook supercell. You don't see a line of thunderstorms. This is what we call a supercell. This is the anvil top that you see right here, preceding the storm right there. And then this hook right here is where the tornado is, right in this vicinity, right to the southwest of Burkeville. Again, this is moving to the east at 45 miles an hour. Let's put a track on it. 40 miles an hour, I should say. Not a lot of towns out here. It looks like it's going to go near Shankleville at 744 and on into Vernon Parish around Almondane and Rose Pine. I've been there in southwest Louisiana.
So this may continue and cross the state line. Patrick Scott, you see the radar beam that's coming around. This is from the National Weather Service radar up in Fort Polk. So you get an idea. It's having to eventually shoot through the thunderstorm, but we're still getting that well-defined hook echo. This is a type of storm you'd see on the plains of Oklahoma or moving across North Texas. Folks, if you've ever lived up there, you know how serious this is, and that is why we're on the air. We take life safety very seriously, and our 12 News Storm Trackers are especially concerned about this situation because it doesn't look good. And again, this is, by all accounts, a long-track tornado. I was just sharing some video from our ABC affiliate in Houston on my Twitter page at Jordan TV. And I tell you, Patrick, Jordan TV News, rather, this was a wedge tornado when it crossed through Polk County. Probably 2 hours ago during the 6 o'clock hour. So yeah. This has been on the ground potentially for some time.
It looks like it's gone roughly just north of Huntsville on Alaska. Let's see. I really want to know what happened, Jasper. Let's see. It went north of Huntsville on Alaska, Seven Oaks, Cominil, just north of Danby, Jasper. This is how long it's been on the ground, at least that time. Actually, let me back up. If I can remember, it's been on the ground in this general vicinity from around just north of Huntsville, the north end of Lake Livingston, Seven Oaks, Cominil, just north of Danby, Jasper, and Burkeville. So let's see. That track is roughly 110 miles, 115 miles that it's been on the ground if it's still a tornado at this time. So and I think it is. Impressive. Let me see.
Folks, let us know. You can text us 409-838-1212. I want to get that number out there, 409-838-1212. Let us know what you're seeing if you're in a safe spot and the storm has passed you. I'm talking to folks in Tyler County. If you live in Jasper County, the threat has definitely moved to the east, already into Newton County at this point. So if you're in a safe spot, text us, send us photos and videos, and let us know what you're seeing. Because we're especially concerned about your family and you.
Okay, let's see. Just measured 106 mile per hour winds. That's at about 3,500 feet, just to the south of Shankleville. Just looking at different Doppler velocities. That is the outflow. Just impressive. You just don't see this. All right, so I'm just look at that 90 to 100 miles an hour, 106.
Go ahead, Patrick.
No, I'm just saying I'm just looking at the velocity data as far as what we're seeing. This is about 3,500 feet. There it is. That's where it is. That is a tornado, and it is, let's see, down on Highway 87 and about 3 miles south of Burkeville. If I was in Burkeville, I'd be hunkering down. Should have been hunkering down sooner. But again, a tornado warning until 8 o'clock. Oh, yep, 8 o'clock. Okay, new data coming in. Just getting the new warning here now.
Yeah,
Again,
and we're
a
getting more
particularly
information as well
dangerous
about some of the
situation.
damage.
Particularly dangerous, a radar confirmed
The
tornado.
damage, Patrick, I'll stay with you. I'll update folks on the damage in a minute. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm just saying, just getting new data, the new warning coming in. This is, it's a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado right over near Burkeville, moving east at 40 miles an hour. Again, a particularly dangerous, this is a life and death situation here, folks, as we zoom in. Right, it's right over Burkeville.
Oh, gosh.
Right there.
And
you see it?
people, you need to take this seriously. The photos that are coming in from the Livingston on Alaska area 2 hours ago are just difficult to see. It was a pretty large storm there. Again, you can text us if you have photos on your phone and you're in a safe spot. 409-838-1212. So we'll deal with the damage. We'll be sharing those images. Right now, I got to deal with protecting people. So I'm going to go right back to Patrick. If you're in the Burkeville area, this is dangerous.
Yeah, it is. It's life-threatening.
I know one of you just texted us in. I'm getting your alerts as well, asking about damage near the Jasper post office. If you want to text us some more specifics, that will help us as we get some more details, some more information. Again, we have a particularly dangerous scenario. Again, a tornado emergency that continues. If you're in the Burkeville area, you know the drill. I need you to move away from the windows, put more walls between you and this storm. Again, get into an interior room, a bathroom, a closet. Protect yourself, protect your loved ones, because this continues to be a very dangerous storm. It's been on the ground. Patrick was doing one storm track. If this all verifies, it may have been on the ground for more than 100 miles. This is a long track tornado and potentially a very large tornado. We're past dusk now. At least it looks dark outside my windows here. You know, it's not going to be easy to see. So you've got to take Patrick's word on this, that this is a monstrous storm.
Yeah, it really is. And some of the information that we're seeing, just the signatures that it's just hard to believe that we're seeing this move through Southeast Texas right now. And it's sad because it's gonna mess up a lot of people's lives.
And that is what hurts, and that's why we're on the air. We want you to try and protect your loved ones. It would be remarkable if we could get through this with no serious injuries. We really, here in the Triangle, I understand, folks, you're wondering why we're on TV, but this is a tornado emergency, and we cover all of Southeast Texas, and we're here to help. We'd be doing this if this was in your town as well. So I realize you're missing your favorite show right now, but we need to get you this information, and that's why our 12 new storm trackers are on the air. Patrick's got multiple tornado warnings. This is eventually going to cross into Louisiana, and we can just focus on the damage. But right now, we got to focus on lives as well. Newton County, right, still in the Burkeville area, and if you're just to the east of that, get in touch with your loved ones if they're not paying attention right now. Patrick?
Yeah, that's right. Just now moving out of Burkeville, it looks like had new tornado warning. That's I believe it is going to head towards Fort Polk. I see no reason why it should weaken right now. This has been on the ground for at least 120 miles since it developed over in towards just north of in Houston County, over north of Huntsville. It moved all the way across northern Lake Livingston on into into Tyler County, over towards Cominil, north of Danby, on into Jasper, Burkeville now, and is headed on towards the state line. I'm just going to cycle through everything, get some more information. Yep, it looks like it's headed towards the state line now. Yep.
Patrick, we'll update you on your guidance. Obviously, a very dangerous situation. This is going to be crossing the Sabine. This is not what we typically see in Southeast Texas, and this is not a storm that we typically would have here. So we're going to be following up with all of our friends in Tyler and Jasper counties and now Newton counties as we try to track the aftermath of this. Again, we're really hoping everybody's okay.
We really are. And again, a lot of people up there live in mobile homes. Not everybody, but if you're in a mobile home and you're seeing this and you're over along Highway 111 in southwest Louisiana, over towards the Sabine River, you need to be out of the mobile home and going to seeking a more substantial structure because this is a confirmed tornado. It is continuing to move off towards the east, out of Texas here very shortly. This may be a very large tornado. Let's see. I think it is right on the state line in this vicinity right here. That's right on the state line, getting ready to move out of Texas. Yep.
And Patrick, I'll defer to you here about whether we want to stay on the air once this crosses into Louisiana. And I know our higher up, you and my bosses are both watching our coverage right now. I want to underscore how long this tornado was on the ground. We're starting to get some pictures in of some damage. We want to get everyone's permission. If you send your photos to 409-838-1212, you need to text photos and videos, 409-838-1212. I'll share that number again. This is new images just coming in of an RV park north of Jasper. And we can see trees snapped. Can't tell what kind of car that is, but boy, that blue vehicle either got slammed by a tree. Serious damage there. We hope no one was inside that vehicle. This would be with the storm as it crossed through the Jasper area.
Okay.
Patrick, I'll ask again. The bosses are reaching out to me. Has this crossed the state line?
It's on the state line right now. This is, again,
okay.
This
right.
is the only major.
Go ahead.
This is the only storm that we've had across southeast Texas. It's one storm, one tornadic thunderstorm. Everything else has not materialized, and that has been on the ground from what I can see. Right around almost 120 miles, this one lone, isolated, discrete supercell. Now moving out of Texas on into Vernon Parish.
Okay.
There it is,
folks. As this crosses into Louisiana, we're going to send you back to regular programming here in about 4 minutes at the top of the hour. We'll show that photo again, just in from the Jasper area when the storm passed there, probably about 30 minutes ago. You see the pine trees split in two, the car with very serious damage from clearly flying debris. We know this was a tornado. Quite often we'll have the meteorologists have to go back and the Weather Service sends damage assessment teams out to figure out. I mean, this is, as Patrick said, there's no doubt this was a long track tornado on the ground since the Onalaska area. When it was over there, it was a wedge-shaped tornado. We're going to be showing video throughout the evening once we get the proper permissions to share it with you. We know it's all over social media. It was a monstrous tornado, at least in the Onalaska area. We're waiting to hear if you're in the Jasper area. Please let us know how you're doing. Again, this is a photo from an RV park north of Jasper. Of some damage there. You can safely, now that the storm has passed into Louisiana, safely come out of your storm shelters or out of your hiding places and send us photos, 409-838-1212. Patrick, again, we're hoping everybody's going to be okay.
Oh, absolutely. Our biggest concern is Southeast Texas,
You've done this a long time, and you don't remember anything like this. Patrick, here's the photo from Onalaska. This would have been before 6 o'clock tonight.
Unbelievable.
Look at that if you've got a monitor.
Oh, I can. Yeah, that is amazing. I mean, shrink some windows here. Unbelievable. That's the north end of Lake
Again, that would have been
Livingston
taken
right there.
probably 2 hours ago.
Yeah, I
Is
think
that Polk
let's
County,
see.
sir?
Let's see. Let me get my. That is Onalaska is well, it's Polk and San Jacinto County. There it is. See it right there.
Yeah, and again, folks, we're gonna be sending you back to your regular programming here in just 2 minutes. Patrick tracked this earlier. From what we can tell, this was on the ground. What, more than 100 miles?
Yeah. It looks like it was. It started somewhere. Let me see if I can back this up over the last 3 hours. Let's see if my machine will do it. There we go.
There we go.
So it looked like it formed right over north of Huntsville. It became a true supercell as it moved right over Onalaska, Seven Oaks that became tornadic, if not sooner. Moved right over Cominil, north of Danby, Jasper, Burkeville, and now is exiting stage right into Vernon Parish. That is a total of, let's see, roughly about 115, 120 miles.
There you go, folks. We're going to leave you with some more photos right now. This was east of Jasper, so clearly that looks like quarter to golf ball size hail. It was reported earlier. We're going to be going through your photos, your videos, and again, we've got 2 different crews headed into the damage zone. We hope your loved ones are safe. We're going to be back on the air with continuing coverage as conditions warrant. Again, the storm threat has now passed. The tornado-warned storm has moved across the Sabine and into western Louisiana. We will be on the air at 10 o'clock and on the air as conditions warrant throughout the evening. You've been watching special storm coverage from our 12 News Storm Trackers.